what's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Mine is going well. Welcome back. Thanks for chilling and vibing with me. I am the sports judge, Jonathan Mathis, and this is my channel. You know, it's just crazy out of Miami right now. More drama in Miami involving a star player. As we all know, NBA star Jimmy Butler wants out of Miami. Now it's Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill who hints he wants to leave Miami. Now, here's the reality of this whole thing. This is the same dude, mind you, who forced his way out of Kansas City to chase a bag, only to whine about wanting to be part of a winning team 3 years later. And now you're telling folks you're opening the door to leave? Tyreek says he's out. My brother says he is out. Tyreek is unhappy. This man basically says he's out. Boy, oh boy, ain't this some drama? Oh man, Tyreek is not happy. Man, I tell you, Tyreek just lit a bombshell. We got drama in Miami, folks. We got reality TV and another diva wide receiver acting out. I'm just saying, you can't say what he just said and return to Miami. That right there was a goodbye. Just keeping it real. That was Tyreek's farewell speech. I ain't gonna lie. I see it as a great exit strategy, and when the players assume so much damn power now, they can force their way out. And I feel like that's what Tyreek is doing here. And when you're changing your profile picture onto Antonio Brown's body, that's telling me right there that it's over in Miami. Bro has checked out. It is just a feeling that it's as if he's already saying he won't be back with the team. I've moved on. Think about what he did on Sunday, his actions in the very same stadium where Antonio Brown threw his pads up in the stands and ran off the field and basically said, "Peace out, everybody." Tyreek Hill has a very similar instance in which he would not go back into the game in the fourth quarter. His coach, Mike McDaniel, had to address it following the game. There was no injury reported. If you're healthy enough to go in the game and play, then go out there and play. Nobody likes to go out there and get their ass beat, but you can't quit on your teammates when things are going bad. If you have a desire to leave an organization, but you still want to remain gainfully employed, then you have to go about it in a more professional manner. I choose to look at it as this is a man who likes to run when the going gets tough. See, he's so damn spoiled that he was used to winning that now that he's finally not going to the playoffs and that he's on a losing team, now doesn't know how to act. I choose to look at it as a man who doesn't know how to lose, and because it's not going his way, now he wants to run from it. I choose to look at him as somebody who is selfish and only makes it all about him. This is the kind of arrogance and selfishness that overshadows his skill set and what he can do on the field. I notice about him that he is giftedly athletic. He has the speed. Obviously, the one thing he lacks is a functional brain, it seems. And anytime you have a player that is saying he's unhappy, that he's out, and all this nonsense about not wanting to be on the team, that's just not what you want. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm getting exhausted with all of this. I'm tired of these damn spoiled ass professional athletes making millions of dollars to play a professional sport, and 2 years later, after getting the damn bag, they're whining and pouting about wanting out. I'm here to tell you that's a great wide receiver just with a dumb mind. That's Tyreek Hill. And you know what I'm not going to sit here and do is throw a pity party for Tyreek and be like, oh, well, I feel bad for you when I don't feel bad for him at all. He's the victim of his own choice. It wasn't like he was pushed out of Kansas City. He chose to be traded. That was on him. When he could have stayed in Kansas City, added to his ring collection, and put himself in the elite class of wide receivers. I look at this and go, Tyreek is crying because he sees what Kansas City is doing without him, and now all of a sudden he wants to go back there. And what we know now is that he'll be playing for a new team next year. I don't know if it'll be with the Kansas City Chiefs, but it certainly won't be with the Miami Dolphins. The only reason he left Kansas City in the first place was because the Chiefs couldn't pay him what he wanted. That's the only reason he ended up with the Miami Dolphins. I don't think he left because he thought the Dolphins were a better situation or a better team. He couldn't have thought that. I think most of us are on the same page in saying that Tyreek wanted to get paid. The Chiefs wanted rings. I mean, it's one thing to leave a team for a better situation or even a bigger role and a new opportunity. It's another to leave to chase a bag of money. I understand you want to get paid, but you can't leave an organization and take every opportunity to bash that organization since you left, then suddenly beg to come back. This is what we've talked about with Tyreek. Just like when he said Tua was the best quarterback he's ever played with. When we all know that's not true and that it's the biggest lie told, duh. There are comments like that we haven't forgotten. I think there's very little chance Tyreek goes back to Kansas City next year. 2 more years under contract, and I doubt the Chiefs are going to be willing to take another 30+ million contract. I mean, if he does, he has to take a very minimal payday because what I'm looking at here is that the Chiefs have way more important pieces they need to take care of. Tackle and cornerback, the main keys, as well as locking up some valuable younger players. So good luck with that, Tyreek. Good luck going back to Kansas City. And to listen to him whine and complain, he has nobody to blame but himself. This is a grown man talking like a petulant child. As soon as times get hard, he's bailing out on the team and making public comments like this. If they went out and won and made it to the playoffs, we wouldn't be having this conversation about Tyreek. Because when he's winning, he has nothing to say. Now that he's losing, he's making comments like this and showing his true side. Gotta be able to lose, bro. I mean, you're not going to win all the time. And like I said, if you wanted to be on a winning team that bad, then you should have stayed where you were in Kansas City and tried to run it back there. You chose to leave, and this is what you got, and now you have to live with it. This is on you, bro. You need to stay your ass in Miami. Stay there. That's where you wanted to go. Now, damn it, stay. You saw dollar signs and left. Now, you stay there. As soon as it gets tough, he wants to leave. Did you really think you were going to win something with the Dolphins? I don't want to hear about your family because you're not doing what's best for your family. You already got the bag. Life is hard, isn't it, without Patrick Mahomes? I don't want to hear him complaining about anything. I don't want to hear him whining and complaining about not winning and wanting to leave the Miami Dolphins. I don't want to hear that you're too much of a competitor for all this losing. Boy, bye. Boy, get out of here. When the Chiefs asked him to restructure his contract, he denied that request. This team tried to rework his deal, but he said that after talking with his family and his agent, he decided that it wouldn't be in his best interest to do that. And since Kansas City couldn't get him the money that he wanted, Miami was able to give him that, he took the money offered to him. You thought the better career move was to take your talent to team up with Tua and leave Mahomes? And I'm going to tell y'all, Tua is more accurate than Mahomes? That's what you're telling us? Are you kidding me? If you look at Tua's history, Tua had a lot of injuries in college. He missed a lot of time. So Tua came into the league banged up. He's been injured basically his entire NFL career, and you choose Tua over Mahomes? No, you chose that money over championships. Are you kidding anybody? Come on now. And how often do people forget? Kansas City did you a favor. That organization gave you a chance even when you had off-field transgressions. Did he forget that? His play doesn't overcompensate his behavior. Me personally, I don't think he's intelligent enough to realize that the Chiefs were the one organization where he had a chance to win. And I must also say, this is the organization that stood by him even in a time of trouble. He's got that resume, but what can he do for the Chiefs at this point of his career? What's the upside of letting him come back when you've already won twice without him on the team? I don't believe the Chiefs feel the same way about him anymore. And I can certainly say the Dolphins don't and will most likely trade him. It's not very hard to find a receiver, and Tyreek doesn't bring value to the locker room with an attitude like that. Not with an attitude like his. Again, he has the speed, the athleticism, but he also can be a head case and someone who can be a culture killer. So no, I would pass on Tyreek, and the Dolphins should pass on him as well. What good is he going to do you? He's really going to do you no good at all. And if I'm Kansas City, that's a hard no for me. I say, no, I don't want you back, brother. You left the first time. Now you want to come back because things are going so good over here? No, we don't want you. Keep your ass in Miami where you should stay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. I had to come on and talk about Tyreek Hill because I know that's a big story in the sports world right now. And a lot of these damn athletes, man, I tell you, they whine when shit don't go their way. Excuse my language, but you know how it is. They just complain when stuff is not going their way. They're just spoiled brats, right? You know, now you wanted the money, you got the money, you had an opportunity to stay with the Chiefs and you didn't. You could have stayed with the Chiefs and ran it back. And now you're feeling sorry for yourself because you didn't, because you chose money over championships. Bottom line. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm out of here now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your boy. We'll talk again very soon. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'm out.